something dug out my bait. See my trap ball right here? This process is a little time consuming, but yeah, first beaver of the season is here. Drag it out. You're not gonna drag it out. Right here. The little one we saw swimming around. Here's Beaver. What do you do? Nice. There you go, Beaver. Here we go. Welcome to the Beaver Retriever channel. We're bringing you along, showing you my lifestyle. Trapping season just began, so we're out checking the trap line this morning. Last week we caught a gray fox, a red fox, a fisher, and a coyote last week. So let's see what we catch this week. So there's trap number 2 right there, and nothing in it. So another 2 traps with nothing. It's funny, boss knows when we're checking traps. He's right on it. He's right looking up the road like, oh, is there gonna be something in that next trap? He's seen a few critters and traps. Nothing in this trap either. There's the trap right there. I use rocks a lot of times as my backing. So trap is right there. Now something dug out my bait. See my trap ball right here? And that was where my bait was. Something got to it without setting my trap off. So we're gonna set that off. So we got all the dirt over here on top of it. So we're gonna do a whole remake here. So see, how did that not go off? They must have just missed it. And or was just a little fox. Probably was just a little fox. So yeah, we're gonna remake that. Make sure I get a nice deep freaking bait hole. And see what goes on here. My friend's got cameras here, so I might be able to ask him, see what he saw last night. And I did catch a fisher and a fox here so far. In the same set. This set's a pretty popular set. Fresh deer meat, fresh roadkill deer meat. They're really liking that stuff this year. Yeah, so I need them to be able to step all around this without it moving. That way they can work the set. I think that's good. We're going to throw some peat moss over it. And this is just what I use instead of a pan cover. Yeah, now we'll kind of build up these sides too. Yeah, so I've been just using fresh roadkill deer meat. I want them working that set a lot, so I'm going to try to get that far down in there. Kind of draw my track right in the middle. Maybe a little step there. My thoughts always. Alright, down to the last trap of the day. And it's still set. That's where we caught a coyote last week. You see the big old catch circle. Alright, before we head out beaver trapping, we got to make some new beaver lure. So I saved my own castors. And actually got a bag here with some old castors. And I actually put a little bit of maple syrup in with my mix. And some oil sack oil from Beavers. And a little bit of glycerin oil to keep it from freezing. So that's my mixture. Yeah, always worked for me pretty good. Just put it in this old Gatorade bottle. And actually still got a little bit left. So yeah, we're gonna cut up a couple casters and then we're gonna load up some traps in the canoe and hammer down. So we're gonna cut these into a bunch of small pieces. We'll make enough for today and I'll make more as I go through the season here. Just gonna shove a bunch of that in there and put a little bit of all my other stuff in there. Pure beaver sack oil I started saving last year. So dump a little bit of that in there. Put a little bit of maple syrup in there, just a little bit. Whoa, this junk's got a hole in it. That's why I use it for this stuff. Ooh, look at the moldy, kind of shitty maple syrup. And a little bit of that glycerin oil. This just helps it from freezing. Shake it up pretty good. Alright, I use one of these wire spools. Alright, slide that right in there. This thing saves a lot of time. I'll just grab the wire and have this on my belt. Alright, so now we're going to load up some traps in the canoe. We're going to try putting them in this tote this year. It's going down the river. Normally I just throw my traps in the back of the truck. Oh shit, fucking dang. I got to set all these, yep. Yeah, it saves a lot of time on the side of the river. Just the initial setting, have them all set like that, safety's on. Yeah, so I only dyed so many yesterday, so I think I got around 10 in there, and then we're just gonna grab a bunch of my rusty, crappy traps, which I've caught plenty of beaver like that, so it's no real big deal. But I was just trying to do Make them all black this year. Yeah, so I'm gonna bring a couple of footholds too here. Right now I'm gonna swing up and get some burlap bags. I'm pretty sure they're in fairly good condition burlap bags. If not, I might even double them up, but we'll put rocks in that burlap bag to hook to the end of this to make this a drowning set. Alright, we got the canoe and all my traps down to where I'm gonna offload in the river. And look at this, haven't even made it down the river, and here's some beaver chewings way up here on top of the hill. So there might be a beaver right down in this cove somewhere, so we're gonna get down there, see what we can see. Alright, there's the beaver house. Beaver house right over on the other side. Right. Yeah, right up there. Alright, we found my first location. Actually used to be all an old mill right here. Pretty cool setup. So that's a wicked nice spot right here. And let's throw a trap in and it'll be the first trap of the season. That beaver house is right back around the corner right there. This. Yeah, first out of the season. Not the greatest, but this spot does not have very good channels. This is an old school way of trapping right here. Alright, first two sets are in. We're out of here. We can go right onto the net, head right down the river. You can step there. Yep, you're good. Go up front. Up front. Up front. Keep going. Keep going. I don't think we're gonna make it all the way to town like I wanted to, but we'll make it at least a couple miles down the river. Freaking river's wicked low this year, so I'm gonna have to drag the freaking canoe. Probably gonna leak even worse after this. Yeah, this thing's taking on a lot of water, so we definitely ain't gonna make it all the way down the river. We're gonna make a little ways. Hopefully we find another flowage or two to set up. Here's flowage number 2. It's only the second one that I come to, and it's active again. Like, oh, I think we're gonna find some beaver on the river. I see some good spots for some conibears right close by. Beaver house right around the corner there. A great spot for a trap. Put a conibear right there, cast them out up here. Alright, that was a nice quick set. Alright, nice, another channel. So we were just over right there. Now we're gonna set a trap right here. Downriver we go. So that's 4 traps in so far. Yeah, so I know a certain doggy up here that loves tennis balls, so we just see a tennis ball on the side of the river here. We're gonna go pick up for him. Look what we got, boss. Oh, you don't want that? There you go, you got a tennis ball. Into some wicked shallow area. Me and the dog are just gonna walk down the river here. He's walking beside the canoe. He's gonna dump some water out of this. We're coming up to the next beaver dam. This place is active too. This dam's holding back water. Oh, there's fresh trail over there. Well, that flowage is all set up. We got a foothold and we got a conibear in there. So that makes 6 traps and 3 different flowages. You coming? Boss dog's back there swimming upriver. Right, you good boy? So we're coming up onto an old beaver house right there. So I was starting to see some fresh green sticks up around the corner here coming down the river. We're actually up in an eddy right here coming up. So I'm wondering if there's a house further up into this cove. Oh, there's another fresh white stick right up here. Yeah, that's a fresh beaver stick right there. So I think they're gonna be somewhere up in this cove here. Not seeing no active house up here. Wonder where they are. I ain't seeing no active huts up here, so the only stick I see that was fresh was that very first stick that I picked out of the water a little bit ago. So I think we're gonna pass on these ones. We're gonna actually set a drowning set here. There's Beaver been hanging out right there, so. Yeah. Look at all the freaking mink poop. Pretty sure it's mink poop. Alright, we're in the active flowage number 4. I think we're gonna make this spot work right here. Kind of a little cove here. A little bit of a channel. Not much. Boss, stay. Boss, stay over here. Alright, another flowage set up, so I think we're at 9 traps out, pretty sure. So here we go, we're headed downriver some more. Yeah, I've been seeing a few white sticks here and there, but I can't find the active house, so we're just not going to set anything. If I had some drowning sets, I would have set one, but there's no good channels through here, so we're just going to continue downriver. Oh, and then just all of a sudden I started finding a bunch of white sticks down here. So we're just going to set one simple trap right here. Call that good, I guess. Yeah, we got one set in here. Definitely an active flowage. Just no good channels to set conibears in. Look at the twitch trail they got right there. That's crazy. They're up there eating corn. Yeah, we're just still gonna run with these 2 traps, but I just found their house way down river right here. There's their house. They're quite the little food bed going on out here too. I think there's gonna be a few beaver out of that one. That's a long food bed. Goes from here all the way down to there. Well, I think this is an active dam, but just not positive on it. Almost looked like some skid trails up above where they've been twitching out some wood, but I don't know. And no good spots for conibear. If there was a good spot for conibear right here, I'd set one. But we're just gonna journey on. Starting to get tired. Fun's kind of worn off by now. Fucking tired, cold, feet got wet, canoe's got a leak in it. We've got 11 traps in, so that's good. I bet we'll have a few beaver next time. There's another active house. So with a food bed and everything out front. So we're gonna come over here in this marshy area, probably right up there, and try to set a couple of conibears. Yeah, so we got another set in right here. You see a wicked crossover trail of a dam there, but that dam's kind of been worked on, so I have to be 5 feet from it. Yeah, that's crazy. 6 active flowages already. And that possible other one that I set the 1 trap at. Yeah, that's a big old house right there. Fresh mud up on it, food bed out front. They even got some corn stalks in their food bed. That's a lot of food. I think we're gonna catch a few beaver out of that one too. So check out that freaking twitch trail. Freaking beaver's been coming in and out of that quite a bit. I'm not seeing the house though. So I just checked the old beaver house up there, and it's definitely not active. But the beaver definitely here somewhere. So I think we might try to find a spot back there, maybe a set of conibear. Head down river, boss. It's getting freaking cold and tired. He's up there whining. Yeah, I'm not finding anything good to set, so we're just gonna have to bring some footholds next time when I come check my other traps. Bring some footholds down here. There's just no good channels right here. So, all right, we're headed down river. We're getting there. Home stretch right here. Truck's down at the end of the straightaway. And I don't think I'm gonna go down to into town. I wanted to go way into the dam to see if there's any more active beaver down below, but I'm getting sick of bailing water. I'm tired, hungry, dog's tired and cold. So we're just gonna hammer out of here. Just about back to the truck, finally. Freaking tired. It's been a lot of paddling today. I think we left around 10. Now it's a little after 4. It's at 6 hours of setting traps and paddling. So this boat launch right here. What a mission that was. Yeah, hopefully we get that leak fixed for next time. So, alright, that's it for today. We'll, tomorrow we're going to check some coyote traps first thing, and then we'll set some more beaver traps. We'll just go by land tomorrow and set some beaver traps. I have a couple of flowages I know about that I can go set real quick tomorrow. Yeah, me and boss out checking coyote traps this morning. Still tired from yesterday's canoe trip. That was freaking long freaking afternoon. About halfway through the line, and I got thinking today, I ain't been using any coyote or fox pea at my sets, and I think that's a big issue of why I'm not freaking catching what I used to catch. I used to use pea, but for some reason the last 2 years I just haven't. I don't know why. Just one of them brain fart things, I guess. But look at this. Freaking fox pooped right on the middle of that rock perfectly. Yeah, so my trap's only up at the top of the hill here. Yeah, well, we're down into the pit where I had some traps set, and they're working out of the pit right now, right by my traps. Like, yeah, luckily they didn't run over my trap. Trap right there is the tire tracks and excavator tracks. So I'm gonna just pull them for now, and maybe tomorrow I might send them somewhere else in the pit here. Just I don't want them to run these over. Just set them off with my foot. I'm just gonna pull them off the earth anchor today, and I'll bring my earth anchor puller tomorrow. Yeah, close call here. They moved this log out of the way and slid the rock over here. So yeah, we're just gonna pull that trap. Luckily they didn't hit the trap. Yeah, nothing on the coyote line today. So I definitely think I need to get some pee out there. So we're gonna try to extract some pee out of that coyote and fox I caught last week. I haven't discarded the carcasses yet, so hopefully there's some pee in there. Go with that. If not, we'll just have to remember that for next year. So here's the leak in the canoe. You see I've been fixing it for a while, but it's leaking right along that edge right in there. Yeah, look at that. That's why it was filling up so much yesterday. Yeah, so I taped the outside. Now we got a mixture made up of that T88 epoxy. So we got it all epoxied there. But now I'm going to epoxy out on the sides and try to lay this in there. See how this goes. Yeah, that's going to be good enough. Yeah, so I got the stick on here holding down pressure on that black patch I got in there. And I covered it all with duct tape, so we'll see on Wednesday if that holds. We're headed back down the river, check them traps on Wednesday. I'm gonna try to get some pee out of these critters if I can. I don't know if there'll be any. Pissed it all out when I caught her, probably. Yep, no pee in that one either. That sucks. Yeah, this fox and coyote had a shitload of ticks on it the other day. I was about to process it Saturday night. After seeing them ticks, I was like, yep, no way. I'm going to get rid of the ticks before I finish processing them. So I put them in this garbage bag with some permethrin in there, and hopefully all the ticks are dead. This process is a little time consuming, but part of the trapping. Yeah, we got the coyote all done. All the flesh and fat are off of that, best I can. Alright, we got a couple of adjustable boards I've made over the years. This is made out of basswood. Just gonna slide that right on there. There, fox is ready. So we got the coyote done, so that's it for them today. Now we're gonna go get ready for some more beaver trapping. Go set. I know at least 2 active flowages we can go set by the truck today. Yeah, I'm doing a little bit of scouting. I got a vet appointment for one of the dogs. Has an abscess tooth or something. So I'm just doing some scouting, and once we're done with that, we'll come and set some traps. And I just found an active flowage. This one was active last year too. Look at that food bed out in front of that one. Big old house here. Look at this freaking house. Way all around. Yep, that's definitely 100% active beaver. Yeah, I just see another active flowage. So it's beyond posted property, so I can't go right down to the flowage and trap. It's right out back right there. But what I can do is I can set a trap here underneath this bridge up here on the right. And this ain't posted on this side, so this one here is the one I'm hired to take care of. We'll set this one just as soon as we're done with the vet appointment. And they're plugging up the culvert right here. Yeah, this town has me take care of any ones that plugging up culvert, so we actually got time. Yeah, we got time. We might actually set this right now. So pull up here and set a couple traps. Here's their house. Just a little food bed. Could be just one beaver, but there might be 2. That much food bed. Yeah, we're gonna put a foothold right here. Kind of get a little trail coming up right here. I'm eating on this elm. Yeah, that's an elm tree they cut down right there. Yeah, got another set in. That's it right there. So I think that's pretty good. We'll check it every morning when we're checking the coyote traps the next couple of days. Alright, back to trapping. So we're gonna toss this weight right out there. So we're gonna hammer down, set this one, the next one, and I think I know of another one. If we get more time, we'll try to maybe scout out another one after that. A lot of beaver this year. Yeah, I'm down where the posted land was, where the beaver flowage is over there on the posted land, so I'm just down below the bridge right here. And I already see a bunch of beaver sign over there. Yeah, I'm just gonna set the 1 foothold. There's not really real deep spots other than that one area. And the river's so low, I can't set a canoe for the life of me. It's pretty much the problem in all the river sets is it's low water this year. So it sucks. No real good channels. And I really like trapping beaver bogs with canoe. You always find that good channel. So rivers, it seems like it's better for my footholds. Yeah, here's another active beaver spot. So this is one my brother told me about. Put the food bed up there, and it's funny, it's not attached to their house. Like, it's weird how some beavers are. Some beavers have a food bed right out in front of their house here, and then some are way out in front of it. Like, that's probably 30 feet over there. So here's my set. Kind of a nice channel. So I found another spot, kind of questionable if it was active or not, but I still set one trap back there, so I think we're up all together, or we're up to 21 traps out, I think. 10 different guaranteed locations and 2 possible locations. So now we're walking down into another spot where I sometimes know there's beaver here. So last year there was some beaver here, but doesn't look like there is this year. Yeah, so we're out checking traps this morning, and I got a trap somebody set off yesterday, or something happened yesterday. That a coyote, if a coyote was caught in that and got out of it, the chain would be tight. That chain is all looped around. Looks like somebody put the trap right there. I got a game camera pointed at that trap. We'll check that game camera and see what happened. Yeah, we got this guy with his hunting dog. So I never actually saw the dog go into the trap. But we got this video at 4:03, and then 5 o'clock he's over there kicking my trap. So, well, we got a fox today. Nice. This is the same spot I got a fox the other day. Good catch on him. Alright, we're gonna dispatch him. I'm taken care of. We're gonna make a remake real quick. And go check some on my own property. Alright, we're headed out hunting for the last hour of the evening here. Hopefully we get a chance. We had a chance last week. Freaking arm fucked up. Pulled the muscle, pulling back on the bow. And then my elbow was hitting the tree when the deer was finally close enough. Just bad situation. Well, I just blew that hunt. Jesus Christ, I wasn't even paying attention. Just walking up the driveway, and freaking 2 deer just run off from the driveway right there. Freaking A. What a sneaky. They blew too, so they smelt me. They're gone. Yeah, we're out checking coyote traps here this morning, and one thing I am regretting is not buying any freaking pea. I need fox pea. It's the old time that taught me trapping always used was fox pea. It works great, so that's something I haven't used in a couple of years, so I got to buy fox pea next year. Yeah, so now we're out checking them beaver traps that I set with the truck the other day. Not the river ones. The river, we're gonna go down the river here in a few hours, but we're gonna check these sets first. Genuine beaver. Yeah, first beaver of the season right there. Nice. First trap had a beaver. I can catch beaver a lot easier than catch coyotes. Coyotes are way harder than these beaver. But we're gonna leave it for one more check, and then we'll pull it. This was one that the town hired me to take care of. They're plugging the culvert here. There's nothing in this one. Beavers just ain't coming up here. So this was the spot the beavers are on the other side of this bridge, and it's posted on that side. So I was hoping to draw them out to here, and they haven't come out to here. It's mornings like this that I love to be out trapping. Just frosting all the freaking grass. A little bit of fog over the top of the water down there. Nice and calm out here, and then you can still hear that busy world out there. I'd rather be out here. And this trap was a miss. God damn it. Missed one. Let's see if we got a... Yep, just a complete miss. Yeah, that sucks. These beaver are getting lucky. Alright, that one's remade, so that's a bummer. I was kind of hoping I was going to catch a beaver on this spot. Another nice spot. Like I said, I love these mornings out here trapping. Look how calm that is. Nice mirror, reflection. A little bit of fog rolling across the water. And a set-off beaver trap. There's supposed to be a foothold right there. I think we got another beaver. I see some fur. Beaver number 2. Right there. Nice. Boss dog gotta sniff it. Oh yeah. Dinner tonight, huh, boss? Yep, we got another one. Old boss dog's up there sniffing it. Beaver number 3. Nice. Get it, boss. Well, drag it out for me. Drag it out. You're not gonna drag it out? I don't want to bring that beaver out. You leave it for me? You leaving it for me? Toss him right back there. It's a remake. So I got 21 traps out, so kind of like my happy number is always a third of what I have out for traps. On that first check, after that there'll be less and less numbers, but so out of 21 traps I should have 7 beaver today, and I already got 3, and we still got 7 more flowages to go check. So I think we'll hit my happy number today. Yeah, I set a trap here not knowing if there was beaver here or not. The dam was holding back water, so I was pretty sure there was a beaver, but not a single white stick. Well, there's a beaver in my trap. Nice. That's beaver number 4 already today. Right there in front of you, boss. Nice. Yeah, that's funny. Didn't really think there was a beaver here. Just wasn't very sure. Yeah, it definitely was. Really, you're all excited too? You like beaver trapping. Yeah. It's your favorite food. You love beaver meat. Make a remake. Never know. Maybe there's 2 here. We'll see. Alright, headed down the river in the canoe here. Check some traps. So hopefully my fix works. At least slows down the leak, is all I hope for. Get in there. Get up there. Come on, go. You're pushing the boat off. Here we go. I'm hoping we get about 6 beaver. I'm going down the river here. I see a beaver. There's one right down there. Yeah, that's beaver number 5 for today. Holy, I just found another beaver house. I don't know how I missed this there 2 days ago. Another beaver house right there. I don't know how I missed that the other day. Come off here and set a trap real quick. That beaver's just hanging right out right here with us. There's the beaver right there, 2 of them. Yep. That thing's over there teasing the dog. Just did a swim by. Probably like 15 feet from the dog. He's doing it again too. Boss, you stay. Yeah, this beaver's over there. Dog's right there. That thing just won't leave the dog alone over there. Hey, get over here. Leave the dog alone. Yeah, so I'm just gonna set the 1 trap, and today when we're done going down the river, I'm actually gonna stop in and walk down and check this. I bet we'll have the beaver by then. Yeah, get the GoPro on the dog now, so let's see where he runs. Alright, next forward, see what we got. And it's not set off, so I'm not sure. I think these beaver might have moved on, and then these are the beaver that we just set up above. Yep, nothing in this one. Nothing's even gone around it, so. I'm thinking the beaver we just set up down below might be these beaver. Boss, get in there. Boss, come, boss, come, boss, come. Get up there. Come on, no, right there. Boss, come on. Come on, get in there. Get in there. There you go. You can run down the shore in a little bit. Okay? You can run down the shore in a little bit. Bail. Bail. There you go. On the shore. Right here. Oh, come on. Get over there. Coming? Boss, come. Boss, come, boss, come, boss, come. Boss, come. Oh, we had a miss. Yep, had a miss on this trap. And foothold's right over here, off to the side. So, yep, some of it. Yeah, I thought I was going to do way better than I'm doing, but we still have a few traps left to check. Yep, and this trap is still set and nothing's been around it. So, move a little bit of that grass there, I think. Yeah, we'll go with that there. Alright, tally ho, on to the next one. Hell, my fix is holding somewhat. It's got a little bit of water in the boat, but I haven't had to bail water out yet. Get right up there. Good boy. Hurry up, get in there. Get in there. There you go. There you go. You can bail out, come in. Want to bail out? Go. Just go. Just go. I can tell you one out. Go. Boss, go. Boss, go. Boss, go. Boss, go. Go. Go ahead. Bail out. There you go. You're right up there. Go ahead. Dad's got the boat. Dad's got the boat. Now, this was a spot I wasn't sure if there was beaver or not. They set a trap here, so let's see what we got. Looks like fur right there, don't it, boss? Yep, there's the beaver. Oh, we got a coon. First time ever getting a coon in the drowning set. That's never happened. I'll take it. This is what it is. Big old coon too, I think. Coming down into the next traps. Let's see if we got anything. Yep, trap one looks still set. Moved over. I think the beavers went around. Yep, this beaver went right around my trap. Trap's right down there. Look where he came through, right there. We got that one all fixed up, and might have to stop here with my truck with a better drowning weight and come throw an extra trap in here. So that beaver going around that trap, they're not going to come check that out again. So we'll probably do that, not today, but next few days or even later in the season here. We'll make sure to get a drowning set here. Boss. Alright, next trap. Looks like it's set off. That's got another beaver. Alright, we're gonna toss it up there. Jump! Jump! You can just run the door. That's what you want to do. You can do that. Alright, let's see this red thing over here on the side of the shore. Just got the dog a new toy. The last 2 traps. Yep, I ended up with 6 beaver today. Didn't even hit my 7 that I wanted. So one of my traps here had a muskrat in it. Muskrat in it, and the freaking beaver stole all my sticks. And they must have brought it down to their house. Mink over here on shore. Pretty cool. Yep, there's a mink crossing. He's trying to get something down there. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna set one trap here. I'm gonna set one trap on the other side of this cove. Trap right there. That's crazy. This twitch trail goes up into a cornfield, but look what the beaver's been climbing up over. They're freaking climbing out like pretty much like a ladder. Looks like they tried chewing this one out of the way, getting sick of it. That's funny. That is steep right there. So we're gonna set a foothold right out in front of us. Well, we get in one more set, so I think with today's sets we added 1, 2, 3, 4, so we got 25 sets in now. I'm gonna pull all these river ones on Friday in a big rainstorm, but I want to get the traps out before the water level comes up. Yeah, we're just about back to the truck, so I'm gonna hurry up and try to check them traps we saw the beaver at earlier, and then we'll try to get home and try to get out hunting. Alright, let's see what we got. We got them? We got them? No, hasn't been out yet. Some bitch. I was hoping I'd have them. I thought we'd probably have that beaver. Oh, there's the beaver. He just slapped his tail over there under the bridge. Yeah, that was an okay check today. It wasn't my 7 beaver or more that I wanted, but 6 beaver, a muskrat, and a coon, I'll take it. So we'll pull them traps on Friday, and hopefully we catch more than 2 freaking beaver. I'm going down the river next time. So we're out checking traps today. We're pulling a bunch of these traps. It's supposed to pour tonight. I don't want to be driving out back here behind my friend's house, making a mess. Trap on. Just grab my hand, not worried about it. There's no way a coyote's gonna pull that out. And I gotta take a freaking jack to freaking pull it out. Even people can't pull it out. I have people try to steal my traps and they can't pull that out, so they can't steal my traps. So pretty slick setup, I think. We'll definitely set here again next year. Yeah, there's one. We got 4 to pull here. We're gonna go home and process some beaver we caught yesterday. Yeah, nothing today on the coyote line. So tomorrow I think we're gonna pull a bunch of more traps in the rain there. And at least just pull them for maybe a week, and then we'll reset. So, and we're gonna be pulling all the river traps tomorrow. So it's gonna be a busy day. It's supposed to start raining tonight. So today we're gonna split some firewood since it's supposed to rain tonight. I don't want to get my firewood under. I get all my firewood out of the woods. Just gonna split it. Yeah, this will be nice. I'm not even gonna be here this winter, so I'm not even gonna use all this wood. So I'll have some ready for next year. And my sugar shack. I'm gonna use some of the leftover wood here down at my sugar shack next spring when I come back from Alaska. Yeah, that's round 1 done. So we got a full back row here, which is kind of my end row. I stack all my other rows going the other way. And got a couple partial rows there. So that's, we're gonna hammer down. Hopefully we'll get the rest of this pile done today. There's still quite a bit there. Yeah, we'll probably get the rest of that done today, no problem. Just gonna hammer down. Yeah, so since it's supposed to pour tonight into tomorrow, I came out to check that nuisance job that I was hired to do. Beaver job. So, and we have another beaver. So that makes 2 beaver we caught here. Yep. Beaver number 7 for the season. Alright, we're gonna clean out this culvert real quick. There. Nice. Alright, back to splitting wood. We're almost done splitting wood, so I'm not going to get any beaver scun today. So I'm going to have all my wood split and under cover today. And then tomorrow morning, in the rainstorm, we're headed down the river. So depending on what the river looks like. If it looks too dangerous when I check it out in the morning, I'll just say screw it and do it another day. But I'm pretty bound and determined. I'm going to go down the river tomorrow and pull all my traps. I wish I was willing to take long shots. I could have shot that deer a couple of times, but I was trying to get up to a 20-yard shot. So what I was trying to shoot for there, I was almost to it too, and then she knew she was getting stalked. So that's funny. Oh, a few ducks out there in the pond. Nice. Yeah, I think that might be almost a lot. Oh, we might go hunting tomorrow night, depending on how I feel. Other than that, bow season's over. We start with guns on Saturday, so. Yeah, so we're gonna try to go down the river today. We just finished the Coyote line. It's been freaking pouring last night, so. If it looks dangerous, I am probably gonna call it no. Well, the river doesn't look too bad yet, so. I think I'm doing good by headed out now. That you give it a few hours and let the swell catch up, it'll be freaking probably 4 or 5 feet higher. Here we go. We don't have the dog today. Traveling light. We got his tote with a few, like an extra jacket and my cell phone, all that stuff in there, the batteries, and the paddle. That's it. Yeah, so we're pulling all the traps today. Just so nothing gets washed down river. And, if I think there's any beaver left of a couple of these easy ones, I can get to them from the road here. Just gonna walk. The water level's up maybe a foot. That ain't bad. Yeah, I hate doing this stuff without a dog, but he would have been miserable today. And just be a little safer, not having to deal with him in the canoe. Just be able to load stuff in and go. This trap. Traps right there. Set it off. That's set it off. There you go. A little wet right into this. Yeah, this might help on them low water spots. Might not have to walk the canoe so much today. Well, they not high water yet. Just still have to walk on. Let's see if we got the beaver that was swimming around the boat the other day. I think we do. I don't see the trap. Nice. Just over here. Up there. Well, closing the canoe. Oh yeah, we got a little beaver. We didn't get the big one. We got the little one we saw swimming around. Here's beaver. Alright, beaver number one. Good sized beaver. this hasn't been as bad as I thought it was going to be, but still wet and cold and miserable, but I thought we were going to have a lot more high water. I've caught 2 little beaver out of this house. Check out their food bed. I just had a miss on one of these traps. Never caught a single beaver out of this spot, so this one I don't really think I can get to from the road very easily. Not walking too far. So these ones are gonna get left for seed. So always need to leave some for seed. That in the pour now. Taking on water. A lot of weight in this canoe. We're making it though. We're actually getting picked up at a different drop point today, so I don't have to go an extra mile down the river. Coming up to the last trap. Still only at 3 beaver. I think we got one. We do. Nice. Big old beaver. Yeah, nice. I'm out of here. I'm gonna call my father to come pick me up. Bring me back to my truck. We're gonna process some beaver. We got 11 beaver, a raccoon, and a muskrat to process today. Busy. We made it. Yes, we're heading down in to pull some other traps. It says you can pull all my traps today. And, we'll reset next week once I'm caught up with processing beaver. I think I might have a beaver on this one. I don't see my trap right off the bat here. No, I must have a beaver traps out. Man, it's stuck on something. Oh, small beaver. So next week we'll reset this spot. Yeah, coming up to my last trap, and it is still set. And with the level, it's definitely coming up here. So I caught 5 beaver today. So that ain't bad. Now we gotta get the freaking skinning, so kind of glad I'm pulling all my traps today. This is actually the last trap, and all my traps are pulled, so I can focus on catching up these beaver. So we're gonna start skinning some of these beaver. I'm actually gonna start with one of the littlest ones we caught today, and then I'm gonna put it in my smoker, and we're gonna have that for dinner. So I've never done that before, so let's see how it comes out. So I think I can hang that whole beaver right in my smoker over there, propane smoker, and put some apple wood in there, and see how that comes out. Yeah, genuine beaver scum. So now we're gonna get that beaver gutted and thrown in the smoker. Alright, putting that beaver in the smoker. Let's see how this goes. Fire this thing up. That's gonna be a good dinner, I hope. So I'm gonna leave that in there. Keep checking it every hour or so. What time is it now? 3:30. Hopefully 5:30, 6 o'clock. That should be done all easy. Now we're gonna hammer down, try to skin out a bunch more of these beaver. Well, we're 3 beaver into it now, and I just pulled up the 4th beaver, and check this out. That thing had a white spot on its belly. It's only the 2nd one ever. Oh, now he's got it all bloody. It's only the 2nd one ever that I've ever caught that's had a white spot on its belly. So the other one's a beaver hoop. I actually can leave a link of that right now. I'm hooping a beaver. And that one had a big white spot on its belly. So, all right, checking on that freaking beaver. So I had to rehook it. It ended up falling down, but that's definitely done. Nice. I think that come out good. That looks nice and good. Yeah, this smoked beaver is freaking awesome. So you ought to, if you're out there trapping beaver, definitely try eating some. If you're into smoking stuff, smoke it. It's pretty damn good. This morning we're pulling my last few coyote traps. I meant to do it yesterday morning, but I was kind of rushing trying to do that river trip. So We're gonna pull. I got three traps here. We're gonna pull. The last trap. You can see it's windy today. Blew a bunch of leaves in it. I'm gonna set it off with my foot. Still went off. We'll just pull it, leave the anchor. Next year, maybe we'll try this spot again. Opening day of deer season. Wicked windy out today, so I kind of held back a little bit. Waited till I could see good. Now we're gonna go for a good old walk and see if we can't find me a deer. Nothing yet. I made it back home. So now we're headed back down into my old hunting spot that I started the season out in. And I got some oats planted there, and I see one of my apple trees got quite a bit of apples on it. So we're gonna put up this game camera up there, see if we can see any nice deer. Just jumped a deer right by my house. It ended up blowing at me, and it ran. It's gone. Well, we got all them beaver scun today, so starting tomorrow we're gonna process them, the rest of it. So we'll get them right on boards tomorrow. So that'll be next week's vlog. Well, that's it for this week. So thanks for tuning in, and make sure to stay tuned in next week for more adventures with the beaver retriever.